Doshiteru Yokoso YouTube, and welcome to another Avatar Conquest battle. FotS Samurai. Here we go, playing on Caldera today against Nawar. Now this was the first battle that I've played in approximately 2.5 months, so I was pretty sure that my game is going to kind of be, I was never the best player in terms of my micro skills. I'd like to think of myself as always having a little bit more knowledge, if anything, than that. But micro was definitely never my game. So here we are, jumping back into this 2.5 months after. I must say, it feels absolutely wonderful to be playing Shogun again. So here we go. Again, FotS Samurai, and you guys might have noticed that my FotS Samurai coverage wasn't as in-depth and hands down as my Shogun coverage. My total, my vanilla coverage, and that's simply because I'm not a very gunpowdery kind of guy, Gunpowder is just not my thing. Anyway, here's my army. Very, 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 very standard army. I've got 3 units of these white bears, some upgrades, you can see some reload upgrades on them. Here's Matsuda Kagemaru. And if you guys remember, he's old and growing bald. And over here I've got an infantry to marine, again reload upgrades, 2 black bears in reserves, and then I think I have 4 Yariki. Yeah, my opponent is Nawar. He's here in the black banners, and again he's doing this thing where you can't really see his upgrades. I didn't give 2 craps. He's got Imperial infantry, 2 of those, and then I think here he's got a Vermilion bird force, so he's using strong units. And I didn't think, I thought there were 3 units in this vicinity here, and we'll see what happens there. There's his general, and then I think over here he's got some Tosa riflemen, a white bear, black tortoise. He's got a whole load, a variety of units, and then he's got an Imperial Guard infantry and a Imperial infantry. Now I have 1 unit of Yariki here that is upgraded, I figured, I might be able to get a downhill charge on these men. I won't be able to win against these guys just because they're absolutely elite, but he has stationed them far away from the battle. If I can get them as wounded as possible, then, well, I can slow him capturing down this archery dojo, which is going to be crucial in the fight, and, well, I can hurt some of his expensive units. So I'm trying to move my cav around. And at the same time, I'm trying to move my cav around from here, and you can see I'm moving in a way such that if he does have any units here at the bottom ground, they won't be able to get any shots at the moment. So right now, I'm not really sure how the best way to approach this thing is. I want to sort of time my attack so that a cavalry attack on this flank will coincide with the main army attack. So here we go. I launch a Yariki strike. He quickly does a very smart thing here, sort of squares his units by literally telling them to go into like a squarish formation, and I only kill 12 of them and get absolutely mowed down by the rest of his infantry. So great play here by him. He's sending his general, and I just use a complete Yariki. So now I've lost the right flank. I've pretty much lost the archery dojo. Things aren't looking too well. I know that in a head-on fight, I really won't be able to beat these guys unless I clear the woods and get my cav in here and allow my infantry to marine to get some shots. So let's see how that goes. Again, I'm lining up my cavalry in the safety of this hill here, and I'm gonna crest the hill in a minute and try to run down. Again, I'm leading forward with my infantry marine, so if he has any hidden troops here, it'll be really risky. There we go. And the fighting is going to start. I want to make his line actually fire first, and he is going to target this 1 unit. But it wasn't too much of a problem for me. I had reserves. I'm going to send my reserves in, and now I'm going to start moving in. His units are committed, and my infantry and marine here are going to sort of be like a screening force, sort of pushing an area, pushing this flank back, and it's actually working. He's pushing his flank back. He's moving to my cavalry, and now is the time I'm gonna run at these Vermilion bird force. There's a black tortoise. They're gonna get some shots. They're gonna get some nice kills, but I just have too many cavalry in this vicinity, and I'm gonna crash into these relatively weak units. And here comes a central unit attack with my Yariki. I'm gonna change the target of this, and I'm gonna hit the Imperial infantry now. causing my opponent's center to be in a world of hurt. So as you can see, my white bear routed. I just followed up with the black bear, keeping my center strong. And here the cavalry are doing their thing. More cavalry in the center, disrupting his forces, and you can see, as you can see, his elite units are way in the distance. So this was a huge mistake by my opponent to sort of put his units at. He sort of separated them. As you can see, he allowed me to literally be able to just isolate his weaker part. And now I'm going to just continue taking care of it. I did lose a lot of my cavalry just because there were a lot of sort of crucial moments where I needed to use my cavalry to sort of clear out flanks, clear out areas, and that's what I did there. So there we go, I won that side. And now I've got a bunch of whole units left against his general and 2 of his infantry units here. Now this Imperial Guard infantry unit, I tell you, these guys were absolutely mental. They've got 5 chevrons on them, 100 reload skill. Like, these guys can lay down fire faster than a freaking machine gun. They've got 75 accuracy, a lot of attack and a lot of defense, and obviously the morale is up there. So I'm going to begin lining up my men here. No matter how elite his troops are, I know that a good positioning is going to take care of them. I do have an infantry to marine, which can come close to the firing speed of his Imperial Guard infantry, but here we go. Lining up the troops, and now he's in range, and I think I'm going to open fire.
The enemy has hidden units, sir.
Fire. There's a white bear infantry here that was hidden. And my opponent did a good job in surprising me. He surprised me with 1 unit there that shot at my cav. And then he surprised me again. So here we go. They're gonna start firing. Just look how fast these guys are gonna unload. They're getting shot, but look how fast they reload. That is just absolutely ridiculous, CA. And this is why I believe Rome 2 Total War should not have veterans. They're under suppressive fire, which is good. So they're gonna slow down a bit, but their accuracy is gonna suffer a bit. And you can see now their reload skill, it's gone up to 120 because they have activated rapid fire. I'm gonna try to launch an attack with my cavalry, but you can see they're absolutely devastating my white bears. I've won on this side. Now even though they're doing so much damage, I mean, look at these guys. They've got 125 kills in that engagement. Just absolutely ridiculous. Rome 2 Total War shouldn't have the veteran system that Shogun Total War has. Don't get me wrong, having veteran units and customizable units is really cool, but as I said before, I think it should be limited to a system of retainers where you have 2 or 3 retainer slots max on each unit, and then you can give them maybe, say, maybe if you're a Hastati, you'd give them a shield retainer, an attack retainer, a defense, sort of like the upgrade, a mix of the upgrade system of Rome 1 and a mix of the veteran system of Shogun 2. But I don't want to have units reach level 10 and have like 20 or 30 more stats than like a vanilla unit. That just makes the game unnecessarily broken and makes the average player a little bit more intimidated. It makes it an intimidating scene. And that's why I think Shogun and Follow the Samurai's popularity have been kind of waning. I mean, there's a lot of clan players still playing. There's a lot of competition still going on, but they're on a very high level of technicality and veterans, and it can be very intimidating for your average player. So that's why I think and firmly believe that Rome 2 Total War should not have the same system as Shogun Total War. We'll see how CA does it. So here we are. I've cleaned up, but my opponent is going to regroup. His units are very tired. And very tired. He does have 2 more units, and there's a 3rd white bear here. This white bear isn't too much of a problem, but these 2 are definitely a lot of trouble. This Imperial Infantry, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Imperial Infantry, just because when you get a white bear and you upgrade it a bit, it actually does a little bit better than an Imperial Infantry for approximately the same price. So do you want to spend time playing battles with white bears? Well, everybody has used white bears and black bears pretty much, so you should have some lying around, but I guess if your veterans run out, you can use this unit. But this unit here is just mental. I mean, not human. 100 reload scale, that goes up to 120. So let's go ahead and fast forward a bit. I'm lining up my troops. My infantry and marine haven't really played sort of a factor in the fight here. Here they are. They do, I think, have a little bit more range. You can see he's moving his Imperial infantry here. Yeah, see, the Imperial infantry have 125 range. My guys have 100. What? They still have 125 range. Wow. Didn't upgrade the range on them yet. Just goes to show you I don't really play that game a lot. So I'm activating suppressive fire here, trying to get the first shots off, but I don't see that my units are blocked. So I'm like, why aren't they shooting? Why aren't they shooting? Just go down, and you can see that not many of the units show up. So yeah, that's why they're not shooting there. I'm gonna keep advancing, and this is gonna be now the first bad engagement for me. Again, these guys are gonna start unloading fire. There we go. They're using suppressive fire, suppressing my unit. But again, the fact that they do this allows me to sort of bring another unit in and start playing a factor into the line fight here. He's going to line all his units up into 3 here, but his units are tired. His general is nowhere to be found. I still have my general running around, giving morale advances. And even though his units are indeed better than mine in almost all of this line, I do have more units and I do have a better position. So here we go, still shooting, and now just look at how much casualties this Imperial infantry has done to my infantry marine just because of the bad positioning. And here we go again, just shows you I'm rusty as hell. So here we go, I'm gonna just try to get rid of this Imperial infantry, and my opponent is definitely trying his best to fight to the last unit, which I mean is, I guess it's admirable, but not much. And here a big part of the game. Look at this. I'm gonna try to get close, and look at this. His units are starting to fire before they line up. I think this is because they might be on guard mode. So here we go. He's gonna be shooting at my general, and my general is gonna be in trouble here. I'm pulling him out. Pull him out. He's still alive, but that was risky as hell. And at the same time, when that happens, I guess I get to take some more shots at him. So here we go, he's still trying to chase my general. And then again, he's going to retreat back into the trees. And at this point, it was getting a little bit tedious. I was just thinking to myself, I mean, even if he wipes out one of these units, I should be able to clear him out. Just because of numerical advantage. So here we go, line up my troops, start taking fire. I'm hoping he's gonna fire at these units, but he actually doesn't fire at anyone. And here we go, I'm gonna move my general. He's gonna start to move my general around, but that was a ruse. I'm gonna pull my general back, still lose someone in the process, but at the same time I've turned his flank now, and I'm shooting into his units there, and that's probably gonna, I think, rout them at this stage. You know what this guy is doing here, should have brought this a little bit closer. There we go, it's gonna rout. That was battle against Noir. Good game to my opponent. I hope you guys enjoyed that Total War Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai battle. I'll try to bring more Shogun, but as I said, not a big fan of gunpowder. Maybe I'll do some other Total War games, or maybe go back to vanilla. So if you guys have any suggestions or would like to see any sort of Total War stuff happening on the channel, definitely do let me know, and I'll try my best to get that out. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.